Police and the community taking the fight against crime to a new level. The Free National Movement remembering the party's founding father. And the Grand Bahama Children's Home hosting their major fundraiser.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all. I'm Megan Shepard. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news, it is a proactive effort to combat crime. The National Neighborhood Watch Council. Last evening, Senior Assistant Commissioner of Police Stephen Dean traveled to Grand Bahama to address residents who are part of various neighborhood watch councils to give them an update on the national initiative. Kimberly Mullings reports.
Police officials say there are a number of positive community watch groups throughout the country, but they are working in isolation. That is why the Ministry of National Security is now seeking to bring them all together to form the National Neighborhood Watch Council to ensure that all of the watch groups are registered and organized. Senior ACP Stephen Dean says the ministry has already piloted the program in New Providence by identifying the various watch groups, their leaders, and members.
This is nationwide, so that's why we come to Grand Bahama to look at all existing groups, neighborhood watch groups, community association, community development association. We want to find them all. We want to find the set that are alive. We want to find the set that have died. And we want to find the set, the people who are thinking about it.
Senior ACP Dean says this program will prove to be beneficial for all and should translate into better communities and a safer Bahamas. He says the council will simply facilitate the sharing of information.
Once these groups start coordination, you will have information at your fingertips. You will have information on crime, what exists. You will know on a daily basis from the crime officer, the press release. You could go to your phone and say, this would happen in Grand Bahama last night. This would happen in Grand Bahama over the past week. So you don't have to wait, tune into ZNS News, say you missed the news, or you hear some from some street walk, or you have some official news reporter on the WhatsApp.
It is hoped that these efforts will result in a stronger relationship between the police and members of the public. ACP Dean explained how the council will work directly with members of the community.
Each division will have a liaison officer who's just dedicated to the neighborhood watch groups. He's coding, he knows all the things. He know every meeting you just have. He know what time you to show up. He's at your meeting. He's in contact with you. He has a government issued cell phone which don't have no voicemail on it, that you can call him or her and find out what's happening in the community. He is coming to your meetings, giving you updates.
The new outreach, as the government calls it, will also provide the necessary preparation for those involved.
All of the leaders of these groups will go through a 2 or 3 day training where we give you a certification. We'll give you a pin. You'll get a certificate, a pin that you could wear proudly. Say, I'm a proud member of the National Neighborhood Watch Council. Following that training, all persons in your groupings, all the members, will be afforded like a 2-week training program, which would be run by the local police department, the training college here.
Officer in charge of Bimini, ASV Henry Roll, also joined the meeting via teleconference. Kimberly Mullings, ZNS Network News.
The search continues for 2 men still missing at sea. The men believed to be Keno Smith of Exuma and Godfrey Wilson of Pinewood Gardens, New Providence, were on board the Diamond Express freighter that capsized between the Berry Islands and Grand Bahama over the weekend. 4 other crew members were rescued, but Smith and Wilson have not been seen since. Aerial searches were scheduled to be conducted today by Basra, and reports say efforts are also underway to locate the vessel. The Department of Immigration taking 2 foreign nationals before the court today for breach of the Immigration Act. Haitian national 38-year-old Danerve St. Grit appeared before Magistrate Charlton Smith and was charged with illegal landing. Reports are that St. Grit was found in Freeport having landed from a place outside of the Bahamas without leave of an immigration officer. Singarat pleaded guilty and was ordered to pay a fine of $300 or in default, serve 2 months in prison. Singarat paid the fine, was turned over to the Immigration Department, who will effect his departure from the country. Also, 58-year-old New Zealand national James Anthony Jeanette was taken before the court today to answer charges. Reports say Jeanette was found at a local resort and was arrested for overstaying. He pled guilty and was ordered to pay a $2,500 fine or serve 2 months behind bars. Another big job fair is coming to Grand Bahama as Bugis Construction is seeking to recruit employees for its Ocean Key development. Bugis Construction is currently working on MSC Marine Reserve project located at Ocean Key, nearby Bimini. The project comprises of the development of a day resort for cruise ship passengers. The developers are in search of common laborers to skilled workers in construction, mechanics, roof installers, security, welders, and many other positions. Representatives of the company will be in Freeport tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. and on Friday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. interviewing candidates at the Department of Labor, located at the Regency Center West. The governing Free National Movement to remember its founder this weekend, March 22nd, will mark the birthday of the late Sir Cecil Wallace Whitfield, and here in Grand Bahama, festivities are planned leading up to that date. FNM Chairman David Thompson says the nation's leader, Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, is expected to take part in some of the activities.
Friday of this week, we will have a Youth Ablaze Talent Extravaganza show here at the Sir Cecil Wallace Whitfield Community Center, which will be spearheaded by the torchbearers here in Grand Bahama. On Saturday, the 17th, from 12 o'clock noon to 9 p.m., here at the headquarters, we will be holding an all-island-wide family fun day. On Sunday, the 18th, the FNM party will attend church at 10 a.m. at the Pro-Cathedral of Christ the King.
Sir Cecil was in the forefront during the formation of the FNM party back in 1971. Chairman David Thompson reflected on Sir Cecil's contributions to the country.
He was a man with a profound love for God, his family, his church, and his country, our beloved Bahamas. Many of us recall the pivotal role Sir Cecil played in nurturing and safeguarding our democracy and his contributions made before and during the first 1967 majority rule PLP government.
Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition continues in just a moment.